This is the TEAC X2000R. This one has an issue with the forward reverse switch. When you go from forward to reverse, it plays, it goes into reverse, but it doesn't switch from the tracks 1 and 3 to tracks 2 and 4 to listen to it in what's on the reverse side of the tape. It plays tracks 1 and 3 in the reverse, and that's why the song sounds like it's going backwards. When you go into forward, it works okay. And sometimes when you go back to the reverse, that switch will kick in fully and it'll work. So right now, but occasionally you get that problem of going into reverse and listening to the song that's recorded in the forward mode being played backwards, and that can become frustrating. So we're going to change out the this switch. This is the forward reverse switch inside the X2000R. These things are kind of a pain because we've got this one torn apart. You know, you can shoot some contact cleaner there, try to make the switches engage better, but oftentimes it doesn't work. You have to like really disassemble them, and this one is missing the it has a few pins that slide up and down on these, or connectors that slide up and down on these ridges of those pins. And this is like a mechanical switch. It moves left and right, and that's what causes those connectors to make contact with different pins and sends the signals to the left and right channels and the forward and the reverse channels respectively. I'm going to be replacing that switch with one of them found on eBay. This guy named Kurt Jacobs. He builds these replacement switches, and he's done something a little unique. He has the old one has one relay and it moves the switches manually. This one has multiple relays, and so when the relays energize, it just electrically sends a signal from those points on the contacts to these pins. So there's really no movement on within the switch itself. All the movement is contained within those relays, and it's supposed to be more reliable and longer lasting. So we're going to pop out the old one and put this one in and see what the replacement, how it works out. This is the switch in question. Okay, and this is the switch that we're going to be replacing with the new one. We're going to put it on the same way as this one came off. We're not going to be reutilizing the silver cover because there's really no need for it. So we're going to pop this one in, and we'll pop this one in and resolder it, and then we'll check it out. Okay, we have it installed. I'm going to treat the leads with a little bit of flux, and we'll solder those terminals in. To change the location to over here at the workbench, it's got a little better lighting, and we're going to proceed with soldering in the new switch. Okay, after a couple of attempts, I have the switch installed correctly. Had a couple of hiccups with someone's soldering techniques, but we're not going to go into that. The switch is in, it's working great. When you go from forward to the reverse, it goes into reverse and you hear both channels clearly. And the same way from reverse into forward. Again, I'm happy with the performance of this switch. The guy's name is Kurt Jacobs. Did a real good job with these things, and he also added another little feature. When you power the unit on, you'll get a little LED blink on the card, or on the switch, excuse me. And when you go into the reverse mode from the forward direction, the LED will illuminate red momentarily. And when you go back into forward, it'll do a green flash at you. Again, the guy's name is Kurt Jacobs. He sells these things on eBay. A good product if you have the problem that I indicated in the beginning of this video. Additionally, the levels on the left and right channels in both directions, forward and reverse, have increased a little. So that tells me that my old switch did have some really bad contacts, and it was hindering the output levels. I had it adjusted for 0 dB, but the pots were almost maxed out. I can bring those back down some on all 4 channels because all these levels are up a little stronger than they were before. Again, this is a forward reverse switch for the TEAC X2000R.